Okay, we should be live. My name is Ryan.
And I'm Brian.
And we are Charging Badgers, and we are here for another Modern Masters 2015 draft. I was absent last week, so Phil Hansen, no relation. My name also Hansen.
He wants to saying his last name repeatedly.
Whatever. I mean, like, really,
no, I said that in the middle of the stream and I went, oh, yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
My name's Ryan Hansen, if you want to look me up.
Fight me.
No relation to Phil, though. Did admirable filling in for me last week. And so we're back to our regular scheduled program this week now that I have no scheduling conflicts. So I'm going to get in here right now because we got 5 in the queue. We're going to be doing a Modern Masters 6222. And Brian wants to open Karn, so we're going to try to do that. Always advisable to open Karn if you can.
Yeah, I've done 2 drafts since we last met. I had a 3-0 and a 2-1.
Okay.
Had the enviable question of, do you run 3 Savage Twisters?
That's a really interesting question. 2 for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
3 is potentially too many. Against, I guess if you have 3, it allows you to burn one quickly.
Yeah.
Unlike for 2, but even then, that's still a 4. Yeah, I would probably run 2.
I think it depends on how much. Exactly, that's what I actually did. And then I also had a Vengeful Rebirth if I need to get back in.
Right, yeah, I remember you told me that story. I guess my goal here, I mean, no matter what we open, I just would like to try a different archetype. The last 2 times Brian and I have drafted together, we've been in aggressive red decks, which were open and were the right decks for us to be in. But I would like to just hopefully try one of the other archetypes so we can, do that. So, Fulminator Mage is worth 9 tickets.
All right, well, now we get to see what's coming.
So, we are going to take Fulminator Mage.
This is a stacked pack.
In a very good pack. So, other cards that would be first pickable would be Air Servant. Well, first pickable. I would say Air Servant's probably the next best card.
Well, it is the best. I'd actually say Sunlance.
Well,
is the
sure.
best card.
Yeah, sure.
My pick order would be Sunlance, Blinding Soul Eater, Air Servant, Rampant Growth, probably.
Okay. And other very playable cards in this deck are Narcolepsy, Gorehorn Minotaurs, Glass Dust Hulk, Thief of Hope, Ulamog's Crusher, Sickle Slicer. So something we'll wheel here. Hopefully it's something we can use, but we're going to take the tickets and be happy with it.
And honestly, it's not... I don't mind burning a pick for tickets because just being in the right deck is so much more important.
That's right.
In this format. So sometimes, not having something distracting you is an okay thing. Wow.
Oh,
okay.
I know you love your Chimeric Mass, but let's take a look. Let's look at the rest of the pack first. Okay, go ahead.
I like Restless Apparition quite a bit.
Okay.
It's very committing, but it's an extremely good card. I would play it if I'm black or white. If I'm both, it's amazing. I also really like Rampant Growth. I do love Chimeric Mass. I think my choices from just staying open would go Chimeric Mass, Rampant Growth, Darksteel Axe. If we want to plant our flag, Restless Apparition is not a bad place to plant your flag.
So if we wheel Thief of Hope, I would take this. And most people don't like taking Spirit, so it's a very big possibility in the first pack, which was very deep. I'm not even really discounting this Fulminator Mage, so really what would I take here is really, or what would we take here is sort of the best single card. I don't want to take Restless Apparition.
Well, you have 8 seconds. You should select something else.
So I think let's take this to stay open. It will go in any deck, and there's nothing else. If there was like a nameless inversion here, I would grab that. But
and I don't like to start the Spirits deck necessarily with...
Sure.
Okay, Scatter is a good deck, or a good card. Grim Affliction's also good, and it goes with our mass very slightly.
A lot of people, I see most people don't really, they mention it every time. If you look at a lot of videos online, they'll talk about Grim Affliction and then never take it. So I don't know if people are just down on it or, they're sort of like, oh, it's kind of removal, and it is. But I don't know. It does go well with Chimeric Mass and could draw us into an interesting deck, which I'm always willing to try. But in terms of, let's talk about, we got 30 seconds here, so let's talk about kind of the best cards to take. I think Scatter the Seeds goes in the best archetype and is very good. Firefall goes in 5-color, or really any red, any multicolored red deck. Or Grim Affliction.
I think for me it's between Fiery Fall and Scatter the Seeds.
Let's take Scatter the Seeds.
Okay.
It's a signal at third pick that tokens might be open.
Sure.
And if we have to, we can still kind of figure our way through here, so...
Wow. Outcast, Thief of Hope are good. I'd take one of those too.
Alright, so Brian's talking about Vampire, Outcast, and Thief of Hope here.
Yep.
Actually, I'm going to take the Outcast. I really like this card.
Yeah, that's fine. I'd vaguely consider the Wilds as well.
Yep. I think this is a really strong sign. Black is open along with the Grim Affliction, and we can maybe make black our base color and go with something else as our second color.
That seems fine. I think we should keep an eye out that Spirits is open. Like, if we get another... Ooh. Scion of the Wilds, we could be black-green.
Black-green tokens.
Token sacrifice is one of the... I mean, that's not... I'd say it's the second best archetype, probably. Otherwise, if we wanted to try to do some sort of proliferate shenanigans, there's the Dusk Hunter Bat, but that seems like a stretch for me.
It means we really need to be super aggressive. Yeah. I don't think... I'd rather... Well, I don't want to say I'd rather. I'll take what's open. But I think this requires lacerators and fire slingers, and
I don't want to.
And let's try this. Let's try the Scion. Obviously, good with Scatter the Seeds. If we're playing black as our second color, these are both fine.
If you're playing as a really bad player, it's good with Chimeric Mass.
That's true.
Otherwise, if you're playing as good player, it's bad with Chimeric Mass.
And
yeah, kind of a disappointing pack.
Yeah. Alright, so our options here, if we want to stay the course, would be probably this. Well, it's technically Sylvan Bounty too, and actually this isn't a bad pick. We could also try... No, we don't... I don't think Proliferate.
No.
This would be too big of a gamble at this point. We could also try red with the Blood Ogre. I don't know, how you feeling?
I'm feeling, if we're going red, we should go get smashed to Smithereens.
Over Blood Ogre?
Over Blood Ogre.
I disagree with that.
Otherwise, if we don't, but I don't know if that's good enough to draw me no color. I'd take Silver Ripper, or Bounty. Yep, that's acceptable as well.
And see if we can maybe do this like a 5-color or like 3-color black red.
Yeah. Spirits are still flowing.
Yeah.
If we don't think it's too late for Spirits.
What spirit would you pick here?
The Strider. Yeah.
What else would we take over it? Rusalka? Or not Vines. Vines is not...
Well, the Slinger being here means that Bloodthirst might be open.
Yeah.
I don't think... I mean, Elementals is also open, but that doesn't go with anything we have. So I'd say we're hedging into something or other. It's either going to be hedge into Spirits with Moonless Rider or Bloodthirst. I'd rather be in Spirits.
Okay. Let's try that for now. So there's this Overwhelm, which goes with our green.
Yeah. This is another. This is another not great pack.
Lacerator, Sign and Blood would be the 3 picks.
Yeah. I think Lacerator gets outclassed too fast in this format. My vote would be Sign and Blood, I think.
Okay.
Or Overwhelm. But you can get other Overwhelm type effects.
Right. Okay, let's try Sign and Blood.
Yeah.
Thief. This was our first pack, and I said Thief may wheel.
So...
I think we hedge and take Thief here.
Yeah, well, it's either that or Dias, and I like the Thief here.
Potentially another one.
Yeah, let's grab the Strider. I think Spirits is open enough that we should just jump in with both feet. We lose our Scatter and our Bounty and the Scion, but... I think...
Affliction?
Yep, yeah.
Plague Rusalka.
Yep.
Don't care about that. Don't care, so we can take a Mighty Leap.
Sure. Yeah, I think we got back most of the spirits that we saw go past. The apparition, the pump. What's the Restless? I don't know. The one that's triple.
Restless Apparition.
Restless Apparition. That's it.
And one Thief of Hope got picked, but not the other, which is a little odd.
Well, yeah. People hate that eventually.
It's alright.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that a lot of the key spirits cards wield.
Yeah. We're going to need some low spirits quick. And some... I mean, yeah, I think this is probably the right deck to be in.
Yeah, let's see where it goes. We can always audible. We've got enough green in the sideboard that if we just...
But green we got some early green cards.
That seems to be the story with green in this format.
Yeah.
Iona's not worth anything.
Nameless Inversion is...
And Nameless Inversion is awesome in this
deck. Yeah, I mean, it'd be between that and the Blinding Soul Eater, and I don't think it's all that close.
Yeah, so Mythic Rare Iona, not playable in any deck, especially ours. We're not going to get to 9. Nameless Inversion is the perfect card for Spirits.
I would love the Blinding Soul Eater to come back, but I'm betting that we either get the Kami or the Deathmark back.
The Scavenger Drake is good, too.
Yeah.
I would take... If on the wheel, coming back, we have...
I also...
1, 2... Couple, we have 3 or 4 good choices.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a Dark
There's a
Galaxy
Invader here
Spirits.
too, but I do think
no, this is
what we take.
Yeah. I think even if we end up green-blue... Sunspear Shikari isn't bad, even in a not dedicated deck. I don't know what else we would take anyways, so...
I'm gonna grab this just in case. I don't feel like we're missing anything.
I think Shikari is really, with all the living weapons floating around, a Shikari is a really good card.
Like, I don't think we're married to white though. We could still be black, green. Like, we have our white is Mighty Leap and 2 Moonlit Striders versus Scatter, Scion, Nest Invader.
Lightning Bolt?
Mole
Drifter.
Oh.
What is going on?
Well, those colors definitely got cut from us, I think, so it would make sense that they potentially are here. And this is another not
Cathodian's
for us.
Cathodian's fine.
We've got Cathodian, Ghostly Changeling. I think we'll take the Cathodian, or would we rather... This is a little bit better in Spirits if we end up in Spirits.
I'd take the Cathodian and maybe the Changeling Wheels. Stranger things have happened. Yeah. This is a great pack if you're Affinity or Elementals. There's a Moonlit Strider. There's an All Is Dust. I mean, I like a Moonlit Strider, but what are you seeing?
Well, again, the idea with the Spirits deck would be that, you know, is 3 Moonlit Striders better than Scatter, Scion, Nest Invader, Sylvan Bounty? I don't think it is right now, so I feel like hedging on another Moonlit Strider is a little risky. If it was a Thief of Hope, I would be a lot more willing to go down that path. I feel like we're in a weird spot. Like someone else to our left moved into Spirits after, you know, when we were passing stuff. Oh, we're gonna have to make a pick. I'm gonna take All This Dust.
Another Cathodian.
I think we take Cathodian here.
Wow, yeah, Elementals is...
Yeah, but I mean, we didn't see much.
We saw a really late Smoke Raider, but that's okay.
I think we needed 2, and I think this is better than Dusk Hunter in our bat, or Dusk Hunter bat in our deck.
Yeah, unless we're
what?
I was thinking unless we're thinking about another, like, trying to be a multicolor deck of some sort and grabbing Evolving Wilds.
Oh, sure. You know what? I like that.
Okay. Well,
Bobble?
Sure.
And I think we're just going to go...
Yep.
Like this.
Alright. Yep.
For right now.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, seeing the Baku there. I don't know. Whatever. Alright. Burst Lightning if we're going...
Yeah.
I honestly think a Burst Lightning is better than our... By itself is better than our green right now. Just because, like, the Scion is...
I mean, okay. I think the 3... I mean...
Okay.
But I think we can definitely go with...
yeah,
otherwise we're going, like, Bloodthorn Vampire.
I'd say Gambit. I would say either Burst Lightning or Gambit is what I'm looking at. We probably don't want the Plagued Rosalka either in there if we're cutting Spirits.
This came back, and I think this is now good and much better in our deck with Nest Invader and other tokens. What else would you take over?
Deathmark. That's what I would take.
Do you not like these cards?
I like the green one a lot. I don't like the Scavenger Drake. The green one has Shroud, though, which is a huge difference between putting a 4-mana 1/1 that dies to so much removal versus a Shroud guy.
Take a Sphere of the Suns here.
Sure.
I can tell you don't like the deck.
No, I really don't.
At the same time, I don't know where else we would have ended up. I mean...
Yep. I think that we're going to get a bunch of Spirits in Pack 3, and I think we could have had enough green-white, or enough black-white playables. So it's okay, though. We're building the deck we have. Yep.
Oh, and a Manta. We can pretty easily get a 4/4 Manta here. Unless, what would you take over?
Either Nocta Rioters or the Manta. But you're probably right. We just don't have enough fixing to... Bloodthorn Vampire, maybe? The Elemental guy has all the Smoke Breakers he's going to want. The Strider isn't terrible.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't lose any spirits going around. Like, when we passed them, they all came back. Ramp Growth, if we're thinking we're a bunch of colors, or else Evolving Wilds if we think we have too many playables, but I don't think that's a problem we currently have.
No, I think the Rapid Growth is fine here.
Okay, or if, yeah.
I mean, we've got All His Dust.
Yep, yeah. All His Dust with some Cathodians and a Chimeric Mass isn't terrible.
And Skyreach Manta. I'm just moving this over so we can, and I'm going to move this to the sideboard temporarily.
Sure.
Move this to 2.
This deck could run a Karn if somebody wants to pass it to us. Third pick. Or second pick, I guess. Pick. Maybe there's like a foil Tarmogoyf in there with Karn.
Could be. Yeah, I think we'll Rampant Growth here.
Okay.
So here's this guy.
Yo, that guy's so good.
Yep. Here's this.
The Garia. Gario. Who do I pick? I bet you we get back the Kami and the Thief, though.
Probably.
But yeah, I think the Gario is fine. Bauble, Mortar... Wow, there's a lot of good picks here.
Yeah. I feel like another... Well... Alright, so I would narrow it down to Mortar Pod and Scatter. I don't think we're the tokens deck, so maybe I'm overvaluing this Scatter. Yeah. It's good with the Gario, and it's good to have guys. Mortar Pod's not bad in our deck. Do you see something else you would?
I'd say the Bauble or the Mortar Pod. Bauble's in the consideration, but I don't know which one I would go with, to be honest.
I like Mortar Pod Cathodian.
Sure. Ramp. All His Dust.
Is this colorless Eldrazi creatures?
Yeah.
Is it creatures only? So you can't cast the All His Dust off?
I think it's creatures. I'm pretty sure.
Spells.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't think we'd run it. Let's do the Mortar Pod.
Sure. Immediately punished by getting a Scion of the Wild, which would have been fantastic with... I'd take the Scion.
I think it's still fine, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we have enough.
Yeah, no, it just would have been...
Nope, I understand. Yeah. Spirits would have been pretty good this third pack, huh?
Yeah.
What are you oohing for?
The Banshee and the Drooling.
Yeah, we can definitely play this.
The Drooling guy is pretty fantastic too, though.
I like Banshee better. What do you... I feel like this guy's pretty mana intensive and can die to a lot more.
Yep.
The Dredge Runner wouldn't be bad either.
Yeah, the Banshee just kind of kills all of our tokens. But, you know, if we got that far...
Yeah, but it kills... Yeah.
Yep. Maybe the other one will come back?
Dredge Runner?
Sure. Yeah, fine with Gario. Yeah, I mean, seeing that or the Ally Mirror, which I don't really think we want. Evolving Wilds is fine.
Yep, I think we'll take the Wilds here.
Yeah, we're not heavy enough for the Gouger.
Kozilek.
Wow, alright. I don't think...
We do it. We're taking Cozy, right?
We're taking Cozy. He's not great in our deck. I think, yeah.
We've got we have 2 ramp spells. Maybe we can pick up maybe a Bauble, a Wheel, or something like that.
Yeah. Maybe
and
we
had a
might get one
sphere,
of
too.
We might honestly get one of those temples back too,
And a temple, yeah.
which I don't know if our deck can run a temple.
Well, but I think we can cut the burst lightning.
Sure.
Let's get cozy.
Let's see what you did there. Do we need a Sticker Ripper to get in the way, or an Evolving Wilds to fix our mana?
So it looks like we're just black.
Well, we're not playing a Skyreach Manta, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, you're right. We can get rid of that too. So really, we're less 5-color and just ramp.
Yep.
We're just black green ramp.
Yeah.
And I think we want this because we've got double green.
Sure. Yeah. No, I think you're right. Oh hey, I was wrong. We only got one of the spirits back. Sure. I don't think we started main deck.
So let's see what we got here.
Do we need bounty? Yeah.
I think we do.
Okay.
I think it's gain 8 life is a thing.
Sure. Yeah. No, I know.
Yes. We're totally running the temple.
The foil one, of course. Yeah, I mean that's the other reason to take that Evolving Wilds is because now we can.
Yep. Cozy.
Yeah.
I like the All's Dust too. Like, this is definitely a deck where we can attrition if we know we can play to it and wipe the board unless we're against artifacts.
Yeah.
There's one bubble. No, I don't think we can wheel any.
There's no way we're getting a bubble with that. I mean, I shouldn't say that. All Magic has surprised me in the past.
Let's take a.
Yeah, I like having. I usually like to have 2 anti-artifacts. Oh, we have one already. Great.
We already have one, so we have 2.
Yeah, just because I hate because the Nut Affinity deck can just beat you no matter how good your deck is. Sure. For the guy who took our Karn.
That's right. And we got a Death Denied anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is terrible.
It's not terrible.
I do think that there are better versions of this deck, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not that disappointed in
no,
it. I guess that's good.
No. I think we normally staying open is a virtue. I think we might have stayed open just a little bit too much, but we could have gotten absolutely screwed had we committed earlier.
Right.
Like, we do have another Evolving Wilds on the board.
Oh yeah, we have triple Evolving Wilds. We didn't take any bounce lines either, which is fine. We can also run this if we really want to. But alright, so we have 4 lands. We definitely want to run 17, I think.
I don't think we want the Plagued Rusalka.
Oh, and I guess we do have 3 ramp spells with the Sphere, Rampant Growth, and Bauble, which is great.
Yeah. Sphere is not great.
I understand, but
okay. Yeah.
I'm not saying it. We have an Instill Infection here too, which is not the worst, but I don't know if we've.
What are we putting in for it though?
Don't know. Fulminator Mage, or Vitae Mage.
Bloodthorn Vampire may not be terrible.
Bloodthorn Vampire. I never see anyone run this card. It was really good in Mirrodin.
It was, but that's because there was there's a lot more proliferate in Mirrodin.
Yeah, but this still hits.
And there's also a lot more tiny creatures because there's infect guys.
I'm not advocating to run it, but it's interesting to see the difference between a card where this was a, this was I don't want to say premium card, but it was definitely somewhere between probably 12 and 18 in your deck. Like you always ran it if you were black, and to the point where
I wasn't trying to badmouth the card. I agree with your assessment that it was very good. I'm just that's my understanding of what the difference is. Bloodthorn Vampire? Didn't we save your...
No, it's in the list of consideration.
Okay.
So it could be Vampire, Fulminator Mage. Fire is not coming over. Vampire, Fulminator Mage would be my choices. No one runs that.
Vampire Fulminator Mage sounds sweet.
It does sound sweet. I don't think I'd run Lacerator.
No.
The only thing we have no Bloodthirst to activate on turn 2.
I think the Bloodthorn Vampire with Cathodian is pretty sweet, and and with the Scatter the Seeds and Algae Gariel. Like it's.
Do we run all 3 Evolving Wilds? Do you think?
I think so. Because like, what do we really, really, really need to hit on?
I guess
like.
So I guess actually I think it's correct to cut one, and here's why.
Okay.
Because we have with Bauble and
Sure.
Rampant Growth, like we should be able to get the double of both colors.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And a third one, like if we start with 2 in our opener or something,
Yeah.
it could really slow us down. So
Sure.
Let's do 2 instead of 3.
I like it.
And we do have some good sideboard options.
Oh, yeah.
This is more like this can be a 2 anyways.
Yeah, and that can get us
Scatter
another
the
color.
Seeds can be a little earlier too.
Yeah.
Chimeric Mask can be cast at any point. So really, we only have 3 cards that are over 6 mana. 2 of them can be cast off Eldrazi Temple, or the Cathodian Mortar Pod, or Bloodthorn Vampire is a potential thing, which would be sweet.
I have cast Crushers off of Cathodian and Culling Dice.
I would have loved like a single Blown Splinters, but I don't think we even saw one. This format is I've seen this. So do you remember our first draft that we ever did? We were Black White Spirits and we passed like 7 Nest Invaders.
Yeah. And
then there are times you don't see any.
Yep.
And when I say don't see any, I mean like nobody opens.
Yep.
Like one gets open for the entire draft, and like they take it, and then that's it's the run is odd compared to
really
some other sets.
Some archetypes a lot more than others. Like,
like the Spirits deck, like there were a lot of good Spirits cards in pack 3, but I don't think there was enough volume of them in packs 1 and 2 to put anybody into Spirits. So by the time you got the good stuff, no one was playing Spirits, right? You know.
Yeah, and we only got the. Yeah, I don't think our Spirits deck would have been a killer Spirits deck. I think it would have been above this quality deck.
Yeah,
but it's just a different archetype. It would be the only difference.
Yeah. So I think we'll run 7 and 7. I guess we could hedge and do 1 extra green because these on 2, but we do have the double Evolving Wild, so it's really like 9 and 9. Which
yeah, I'd be.
And this is almost like 10 and 10.
You know what I almost just said.
Yeah, I know what you almost just said.
Sorry, Ryan.
All right. Well, let's submit, and let's try to get a couple wins.
So, can I brag about my other sweet deck?
You can brag about your other sweet deck.
So this deck wasn't. This is actually a deck very similar to this, where it didn't quite get there. But the difference was that I had crazy bombs.
Okay.
So I had.
We have crazy bombs.
What?
We
do have crazy bombs, but like I'm talking like Creekwood Liege crazy bomb.
Sure.
I had a curve that went. I went Wayfarer's Bauble, turn 2 Crack Wayfarer's Bauble, turn 3 Creekwood Liege, turn 4.
Creekwood Liege unanswered on turn 3 or 4 is like game.
Oh,
like,
and
so
next was Ant Queen, and then the next was that Gariad that we passed, the one that sacks other guys. He was my curve topper, and he was like a 6/5 because of the Creekwood Liege. It was so sick. The guy actually played on turn 3 against a green-black deck. Just beat his, like he couldn't attack with it because I just had all the power, and I just slowly it was.
What happened?
Yeah, that deck only did a 2/1, but it felt so good.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping we can do some sweet things here. So.
Oh, I mean, if we cast the Kozilek, I'll be happy. And we do have some like Nest Invader, Scion of the Wilds. That seems good.
No, well, and I mean we have Scatter the Seeds, Nest Invader, Dread Drone, which kind of combo well together. But even like. If you just get a couple creatures to stick and a 3/3 or a 4/4 Scion is fine.
I think this deck would have been better had I gotten on the page with you right away. Like, I think my wanting to do something that you didn't want to do cost us. Because I was talking us out of cards that would... I talked us out of that Scatter the Seeds, which would have been helpful.
So, I don't think it was necessarily like... I don't think it was a matter of like me wanting to go a certain direction or not, but it was... I don't know. Maybe I'll have to go back and look at my commentary and think about what I was thinking at the time. But I saw the Moonlit Striders, which to me is certainly a sign that Spirit... Moonlit Striders are not a sign that Spirits is like, oh my god, open. But obviously them wheeling is decent. It's a decent sign. And so when I was looking at where we were, and I don't know where that other scatter came from either. We weren't in tokens either, so we weren't running like the fortifies and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, which is where scatter really gets good. We'll have to go back and see what order they came in and look at maybe where we made a hiccup or misread something, or maybe we didn't, and maybe we just kind of stayed open and took what was there, and this was the best deck